Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. I wanted to start off this episode having a look at one of my favourite cards on the Spellweaver. It is the Fire Orbs card. Now, I've spoken about how we're working with the Mindthief at the moment, trying to get all of the Muddle and Poison with Withering Claw so that we unlock those as enhancements. But with Fire Orbs, there's nothing that we need to unlock as such for what we want to start off with. We want to save up 60 gold so that we can improve the range of Fire Orbs. Potentially 100 gold so we can add more target as well. That is, it's not a terrible plan. But the big thing is, yeah, we want to be hitting Fire Orbs sooner rather than later. 9 gold. It's going to take us a little bit of time, but 60 gold is our target, because having 4 range on Fire Orbs will make things a lot easier for us. We are going to have another go at the relic mission that we just failed. Hang on, there's now a Living Corpse Elite? There wasn't one there before. Was there? Has this gotten harder? No. No, it wouldn't do that, would it? Maybe I'm misremembering. Anyway, we're going to have another go at the Just One Ring mission. We have done some small enhancements. Most notably, we've bought ourselves a piercing bow, and the Mindthief is immune to the scenario effects. So things are going to be a little bit easier. Certainly with the Mindthief, we're going to have the flexibility to potentially be applying poison to mobs, which is going to help us kill them. Got an encounter on the way. You happen upon a stoppered flask lying in the road, clearly dropped by some clumsy adventurer. You pick up the flask and notice there's still a good amount inside. You're feeling a tad that we have to take a drink. As you raise the flask to your lips, you notice the overpowering stench of strong alcohol, but decide to try nonetheless. Despite coughing, spluttering, and likening the drink to liquid fire, your party members are all too keen to try the brew. With the flask now empty, you all stumble onwards, somewhat inebriated. And we've read this before. Skin itching and burning. So, Streamliner is not going to happen. Let's go for Professional again. That's more likely. Opener, be the first to kill a monster during the scenario, could happen. Protector could also happen. I think if we get exhausted... If anyone's going to get exhausted, the Spellweaver will be exhausted first. So I think Protector is fine for us to go with. Yes, this is a different layout to before. Curse on this tomb will drain your health at the end of your turn, so keep your health up. Remember to loot the treasure. So the room layouts... It is different to last time, so maybe there's like different potential layouts and it's randomized. Okay, well, on with our planning. We're going to ignore these two and go after these guys. So Fire Orbs, 1, 2, 3. It's only got a range of 3. 1, 2, 3, which means we need to be here or here. So we're going to move in, probably with Mana Bolt, and get the fire... Or we could let them come to us. So do a slow Fire Orbs, potentially. So if we back up a bit, actually, that might make it safer for us. But then, if they don't move... Yeah, if he doesn't move, we don't get to shoot him. So we want to be at least here. But it does mean we could do something like... Mana Bolt to heal us up on the bottom, but just moving slower. I quite like that. Likewise, we're going to go a little bit slow on the bottom. We're going to go for Withering Claw. We could go for the shielding one. which is feedback loop. But I think Withering Claw with the poison is going to be the most useful. And maybe even... No, we want something that's going to allow us to move in. We'll do feedback loop for the moving. Yeah, quite like that. So we're purposefully going slow at the start of this one. Plan, Alpha Strike. Move slowly, let them come in. Boom, boom, boom. Move, muddle, and then Withering Claw to start attacking. Living Bones are shielding and healing. It's almost like they know. It's kind of tempting to not shoot them, except we have the piercing bow, so all the shield in the world isn't going to help them. But they are staying still, which is why it's really good we have prepped for this. These guys coming closer, fine. So we need to use Mana Bolt to actually move in to here. And then Fire Orbs, using Eagle Eye Goggles, Piercing Bow, and Power Potion. Let's nuke them. One dead. Two dead. That's really solid. For the Mindthief, we could use Feedback Loop to get right up here and then stab it with Withering Claw, and I really quite like that. We do need to kill everything, but getting into the next room and killing the cultists is more important than killing these, because these are going to wear themselves down over time. We do need to be professional, so you know what? Let's just hit him. Because we're already applying poison and he's dead. This could not have gone better for us. I am so happy with this. We're going to bring Feedback Loop back, because that's going to give us a move of 4, which will get us into the next room quite quickly. Okay. I need you to move quickly. So we're going to be riding the wind to get into the next room. And probably Frost Armor so we move quick. Oh, Flame Strike actually is better. So we're not going to move that quick, but we're going to move quick-ish. Feedback Loop and Scurry. It's a good combination to get that door open and get into the next room. They're not going to move, but they are going to attack. So we want to be gone by the time they do that. Feedback Loop. Open it up. What have we got? There's the elite. There's the elite. So the skeletons. Shield and heal. We will ignore him this turn. The big guy is going to hit pretty hard. What are the cultists doing? Move 1, heal 3, range 3. So he is going to heal himself up. Let's go land on the... Ooh, actually, we could go like to here and then... Can we step... No, we can't step round. Yeah, ending next to this guy is going to be the best for the moment. So we're going to skip the movement. We're going to attack him. Use the poison dagger, because we may as well. Works us towards being professional. Look at you healing your friend's poison up and then him healing himself up. They got rid of the muddle as well. That's well, I suppose that's because that was his turn, isn't it? Okay, let's get in here and let's get a wound on you. It's only a range 2 attack. Trying to decide where is going to be best for us to do this. I don't want to be on this side of the traps, but also I don't want to be like right in the middle of everything. Here might be best. in a place to be able to back up for the chest. And we can make ourselves invisible, which is a really good idea. So we're going to put a wound on him. He will slowly die over time. Alright. Time to start killing. The mind's weakness will give us an attack on the bottom here. That's great. Fearsome Blade will give us an attack on the top and allow us to push this guy 1, 2, 3 potentially into the thing. So we'll do it that way. You're invisible until you appear. So we want to go slowly and we want to Freezing Nova. And if we're going to Freezing Nova, it'd be good if we had Cold available. So maybe we don't do Mind's Weakness. Maybe we do Perverse Edge to get a stun off and some Cold. So Perverse Edge gets a stun off on this guy and a bit of Cold. And it does a little bit of damage to him, and then we could use Parasitic Influence to make you walk onto the trap. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work because Parasitic Influence is on the bottom. But I still like the idea of hitting this guy and then making the other one walk in. So I think we'll still do it. It's just it's going to be slightly different. We've got the option of doing a stun. We could also use Empathetic Assault and burn it and do a lot of damage, and then Parasitic Influence. I think that's a better option. Does mean we're burning our healing ability, but I think that's a smart play. So we're going to go slowly. We're going to do Freezing Nova and Aid from the Ether to Aid from the Ether to move. And Freezing Nova to attack. Or we use the Frost Armor to just burn the wind. Because it's going to go. So we don't want Empathetic Assault anymore. That becomes less useful to us in terms of burning, but we could still use it to attack. Alright, that's the plan. Cultists are going to move and attack. Living Bones are going to move and attack. Living Corpses are all going to take some damage. That's good for us. So, starting off with Parasitic Influence. I could make the Cultists move on. The Cultists are the biggest threat out here. He would take 3 damage from that. But then he won't... No, he would be in range for, like, the Frost Armor shot. Yeah. And then this just as a hit to muddle him and do some poison damage. Of course he rolls well. I mean, it's kind of amusing in a way. All right, let's burn the wind. I think we want to kill this guy. Can't believe the corpses are actually going to go after us. But yeah, we want to make sure that these guys are gone before they have an opportunity. And And then we're going to back up. Keep coming! Keep moving closer and dying. Right, now we want to heal up if we can, which would mean parasitic influence. So we're going to have to dodge for this turn. Perverse Edge will give us a stun. Fearsome Blade allows us to push. Pretty good options for like keeping away from things. I think we're going to move over here and then rest up next turn. Oh, those skeletons are really coming in, aren't they? Cultist has to die or get stunned. Dying is fine by me. And we're going to hit you and push you back. All the way onto the trap. Spellweaver, we can... There's no point in us getting heal going over there. Let's get this so it's done. And Freezing Nova we can leave until next turn, actually. And when I say Freezing Nova, I mean we can leave the frost there. We got Steel Ring. That's a very nice item for someone who is guaranteed to be taking a bit of damage. It's painful, but it's fine. More painful. Let's take the damage for now. We'll do a short rest and do some healing. Fine, we'll lose Perverse Edge because we can't afford not to. So we want Empathetic Assault. That's going to move us and heal us. Parasitic Influence will also heal us. These are vital things. I want to get poison on this guy if I can. We're going to do a long rest over this side. So getting a poison on this guy will reduce his healing abilities, which is kind of important to me. And we can back up to here and only be in range of this guy. It's frustrating, but we still get our healing. Might be better to go to there, actually. More of a direct path for where we want to go. Take the damage. Let's get that healing in. What are we going to lose? We're going to lose... I think Freezing Nova at this point. Okay, Scurry's going to let us move relatively quickly. Frigid Apparition would do a lot of damage right now. But we could also do the Mind's Weakness. So we stab him and then we run away. And in theory we could use Scurry to get in close It's going to heal us up quite nicely. There's plenty of good options on this. Over here, you are 1, 2, 3, 4 away. That would heal us up a little bit, but nothing is going to be in range. So I'm tempted to move in closer, using something like Reviving Ether, and then heal up. So we're just kind of repositioning, ready for next turn. Okay, it's definitely back away. We want to move 3. So get a stab on. That's alright. And yeah, come all the way over here. They are going to move closer. Now, we can do the healing that I planned on. And we can move in so that we're in a position to do, like, area attacks next turn. So, like, we could get to here. We don't have any area attacks because we've spent them. Maybe we just back up to this side. It puts us in a reasonable place for hitting both of them. Frigid Apparition is good, and we could burn it to get a stun off. Fearsome Blade is good and does decent pushing. Let's do that. Let's start taking control of the area. Frost Armor prevents us taking damage. Flame Strike does a reasonable attack. Let's do that. Living Bones is going to shield and heal. It's annoying, but it had to happen at some point. Let's at least try and do some damage to him. What are you guys going to do? Attack 6 push, take some damage. You're going to take 2 damage, we don't care. That was really nice. Frost Armor significantly less useful than it has been in the past. So we don't want to stand next to these guys at the end of the turn, but we can move up and hit this guy. Or we move in and hit this guy, but I think taking out the skeleton is the biggest thing we can do. So come up, Frigid Apparition, worst case we stun him. And he's gone. And we didn't have to burn the card as well. This one will die at the start of his next turn, so he is now not a concern for us. We have to do a long rest over here. We can do some maneuvering and maybe a stab. Let's see where they go. They're going to come a little bit closer. Not really much closer, though. We could probably kill this guy if we hit him with a Submissive Affliction. So what we're going to do is we're going to move down, give him a punch. Down he goes. This one's going to die because of his wound. This is going so much better than last time. There's the long rest. Okay, we are going to lose aid from the ether. And now we need to do Reviving Ether. So Mana Bolt, Reviving Ether, that's going to allow us to do potentially a little bit of healing or maybe a little bit of walking. I think we'll do a long rest over here. That's going to give us back our dagger so we can use it again and finish off our quest. Corpses are just taking damage. This is good. That's two, that's two. Yeah, come along the top. Get the gold. Get all of the cards back. And we might just end up nuking these guys next turn. Let's lose... We could probably put Withering Claw back on now, but I'm quite enjoying the heal at the moment. We'll lose Frigid Apparition. Okay, in terms of looting, Scurry will grab everything near us at the moment. It won't grab this one, but that's still pretty good. And we could burn Empathetic Assault just to do some damage. We're going to fire orbs. That's for certain. So let's say Ride the Wind and fire orbs, and we'll go slowly and try and position ourselves to do as much worthwhile as we can. And they're coming in a bit closer, so they're going to do a bit of a hit on us, but I don't think that's really a problem. We get a loot like this. Ah, you know what? I should have done this hit first. Because we would have grabbed that as well. That's my mistake. I'm just going to take it on the chin. Ow. Painful. So Fire Orbs is actually a bit overkill at this point. Did not quite kill him. Well, let's Ride the Wind down and grab a little bit of the gold. Ooh, do you have any loot cards? I don't think you do. Not with us anyway. Well, Ride the Wind is loot 1, but we're using that right now. I suppose we could get it back with a short rest. So we could go to here and get it back for next turn and loot these. That's not the worst idea. Okay, so over here it's going to be... Oh, we burned it. We're not getting it back. No worries. We'll just move and grab what we can. Which means you're going to need to move relatively quickly. Two, it's all the same. Take the damage. Over here. Grab this, stab him, use the poison, finishes off the mission, does a bit of healing, and grab the gold. A far more successful run than the last one. You kill the last enemy, grab the loot, and immediately turn to the exit, dragging your wounded allies with you. So with both missions completed, that's going to be a decent amount of XP for this pair. And we, of course, get 4 XP for the quest. As you burst out into the sunlight, you take a deep breath of fresh air. You're glad to be out of that accursed tomb. That ring looks as if it'll do a pretty good job of keeping you alive in a tough spot. I think the stress was worth it. Good job. So, that item has gone for anyone to take. Definitely one we're going to want for individuals who are in the front line. We've got a level up to do for the Mindthief, so we'll do that in a moment. But before then, we have something new on the trainer. This is almost certainly going to be for the relics. There we go. Deal 100 damage with ranged abilities, unlocks a relic quest. Looks like you've been using ranged attacks pretty effectively, and I've tracked down the location of a relic that might help you be even stronger. I've heard that a group of cultists have been recruiting bandit archers, and are trying to magically enhance clothing to improve their ranged attacks. Certainly sounds like it's worth checking out. I'll mark it on your map. Alright, let's have a look. What else have we got? Take 50 damage from sources other than attacks. A brand spanking new unlock. And she looks angry. The Berserker has joined the guild. Your love of pain has attracted the Berserker to our guild. Not exactly a love of pain, more failure to avoid it. She's now available to add via the character menu. And she will come with her own quests, of course. Berserker deals herself 100 damage. Performs 20 attacks that deal more than 6 damage. And is healed for 200 health. And then there's going to be gains level 2 for her quests. That one will be somewhere near the top, most likely. There we go. That's the one. Okay, so let's have a look at the Mindthief's level up. Wretched Creature summons a giant rat. These are pretty sturdy, pretty quick, and pretty strong. Not terrible. Most interestingly, though, move 3, and if you consume dark, you curse an enemy. This is also a very nice ability. Or Hostile Takeover, which is a range 4 immobilize attack. That's very nice, and it's fast. I'm torn. I'm torn because turning the Mindthief into a Summon Meister could be really interesting. I think Hostile Takeover is my favourite of the two, but this time I'm going to go with Wretched Creature because being buffable the way it is, I think it's a very strong ally to bring in. So we'll have it on the cards, but I'm not going to add it just yet, I don't think. There's definitely some potential there. Right, I said we were going to get consistency, so here we go. Getting consistency. That's going to help the Mindthief be a lot more powerful. And it's actually time to swap them out. So, who is the next person? It looks like it's going to be the Quartermaster. So we'll switch them in. But we will have a look at the Berserker just quickly to take a look at the type of skills they have. Resolute. Attack X, where X is the difference between your maximum hit point value and your current hit point value. Yeah, so it's designed to do more the less health you have. Growing Rage, where X is the number of cards you've burned. Strengthening Agony, attack 3, you can hurt yourself to add 2 to the attack. And there's a lot of things like that. I really like Cauterize though. It's a wounding ranged attack with 2 targets that can go up. It's very, very nice. The Berserker is actually a really good candidate for the healing amulet, the self-healing one, because there are abilities such as this. The next 4 times you'll heal more. There's some very nice synergies. Anyway, we're not taking the Berserker out just yet. We're going to have the Spellweaver and the Quartermaster. So between this and the next episode, I will have a look at the Quartermaster's ability cards and switch them out for what we want. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.